Hello everyone and welcome to this introductory video into Kyle Blane Plays Slender, The Arrival. I'm basically just going to tell you a little bit about the series and more specifically who Slender Man is in case you don't know much about him. This is going to be a new type of series for me, much more role play, just getting into character, or at least trying to, and just playing the game for what it is, and just going and exploring in the game. It is an adventure horror game. I've never done a horror game on YouTube before. I'm not really a huge fan of horror games, but I'm a huge fan of Slender Man. Now, if you don't know about Slender Man, let me tell you about him. He's this mythical creature that was created on some forums on the internet a while back, and people started photoshopping him into pictures like here. If you don't notice him, let me zoom in a little bit. He's right here. He's usually depicted standing behind children. And there's a lot of lore to that, like that he kidnaps children and takes them into the woods. So here he is. A lot of times he's depicted with tentacles. So as you can see him, let me zoom in and scroll over in case you couldn't see it. Here he's standing over here. That's not the best Photoshop, but it's honestly not that bad. It's a bit older of a photo, which makes it interesting. This one's clearly just a, neat little render. Obviously, he's a tall, lanky man with long arms, sometimes with tentacles, and usually a blank face. Sometimes you can see implied eyes and an implied mouth. Here he is, that supposedly him anyways. That may just be a guy in a suit. Here's a rather creepy picture of him holding a girl's hand, probably luring her into the woods. And like I said, there's a lot of lore to read up on Slender Man himself. I'd suggest just, if you are interested in this type of thing, check out Marble Hornets. Marble Hornets is the quintessential Slender Man IP, so to speak. It is a YouTube show, and it's over now. It's done, which is really kind of sad because I don't think it'll be as cool to you if you watch it now. I was watching it for the last 2.5 or 3 years, and I got caught up. And at that point, you're watching it live. This was not a show. This was a guy uploading videos of things that were quote unquote actually happening. In fact, there was one point in the series where, actually, I guess I'll pull up a video and show y'all. There was one point in the series where they, sure, why not? We'll do this one. I don't think should be too much spoilery in this one. Maybe though. We'll mute it nonetheless. There was one point in the series where the guy said, I'm going to, hide for a while. It may be a while before I come back, or something like that. And anyways, he was literally gone for, 7 months, I think, and not a single video was posted. But then when they started posting videos again, he was finding tapes of the videos he was recording over those months. And so he had forgotten his memory. He had lost his memory, and so he was watching these videos to remember them. So, anywho, it's this really, really fun series. I really, really enjoyed it. It's a lot of like theorizing involved in it and trying to figure out who's who and who's doing what when and all that stuff. So I definitely suggest you check out Slender Man. Oh, by the way, one piece of the Slender Man mythos that I forgot to point out is one part of it is the idea that the more you think about him, the more you research him, the more the more you think about him, the closer he is to you, specifically behind you. And here's the not something awful. Know Your Meme page. If you really want to read up on it, this page has all the information you could possibly want to know, even to derivative jokes that come from Slender Man, like Slender Man just wants his $20, and that's why he's following you. And there's also Slender the 8 Pages, which plays into the idea of the more you think about him, the more you study him, the closer he gets to you. Slender the 8 Pages is kind of the prequel, or more the predecessor to Slender the Arrival, which is the game I'm going to play. But if you're just interested in playing some Slender, not necessarily Slender the Arrival, which costs money, you can download Slender the 8 Pages for completely free, and I'd highly recommend it. It's a really fun game, especially to like pull out at parties and make your friends play it and watch them scream and wet themselves. So it's really fun. And a little disclaimer about the series: I honestly, at this point, I don't know if I'm going to finish it. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it. I'm going to play until I'm able to stop playing, because like I said, I'm not a huge horror games fan. But I want to try to force myself to do it. But like I said, I am big into Slender Man. I think it's a really, really cool story, and so it's a little bit extra freaky and scary to me. So hopefully I make it all the way through, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. So we'll see you guys next Thursday, I believe, for episode 1. All right, bye.